Okay, and we're doing it. I got some mods on this, as you can see. I disabled a couple. So I usually play with Frostfall and I need sleep, food, sleep, and water, whatever it's called. Um, Food, water, and sleep. I don't know. I disabled those mainly due to time, time crunching and stuff like that. Skyrim is a very long game. Apparently, I didn't disable my cheat room. So that's still active. That's there. Um, been a little lazy with recording. Oh, I disabled alternate start too. We're going keep it a little more authentic, you know. Been a little hesitant on recording in general, by myself at least. I really enjoy recording with Dylan and Tess, and I think when I'm recording by myself, I just don't feel quite. I don't feel quite as entertaining, I guess, and part of that issue, it's hard. I think I've mentioned this before in early videos. Um, I have a lot of respect for people like PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, really anyone who does like single person playing commentary and is constantly doing that. I mean, it's probably something if I worked at, I'd get better. I just really need to learn how to get the thoughts that are in my head outside of my head in a presentable in a presentable manner, I suppose. Um, it's gonna take some time, and I think something that I'm a goal that I have with this channel is not to force myself too much into things. Like I don't, I'm not clearly be faking what I'm doing, and I want this to be very genuine in a sense. And I'm conflicted because I want the best possible content, but I also know I can't have the best possible content in terms of like I don't have a computer. I'm actually going to be building a computer in the next couple weeks here, so hopefully that'll be different. I don't have much of an editing program. I use Movie Maker um, for Windows. I don't have a lot, and I think I'm doing pretty good with what I have. The couple $100 in equipment that I have. Um, and I don't know. I'm very proud of a lot of the videos I've made, and I just sometimes it's hard to mentally get into that phase of recording, and like I'm just like worried about, oh, is this video gonna be good? I don't want to be putting out bad videos, and it gets very hard. I get very hard on myself. I get very hard on what I'm going to be doing, and I know if I just did it and played it and just kind of stopped thinking about it, stopped overthinking, it would probably go a lot smoother, and I'd probably enjoy a lot of the videos. Like Adventure Pals, I actually have a couple videos I haven't put up yet that I did, and I just haven't kept recording on it yet, just because I don't even know why, because I really enjoyed that playthrough. Like I only have I think 3 episodes up or whatever, but I really enjoyed doing that, and like I was having a good time with that, and I was enjoying, like, I watched them back and I was like, I never thought I'd actually enjoy watching myself back on YouTube, and it was very interesting. And I want to something I've definitely stressed to myself. Why the fuck is there a horse there? I definitely stressed to myself is I want to put up videos that I enjoy and hope other people enjoy them. And sometimes I worry too much about missing that mark of me enjoying them. Um, And I think if I just did the thing and played, I'd realize I do enjoy it and can and fuck words, whatever. I would realize I do enjoy it, and I should stop overthinking what I'm doing, and that I am not as dull as I think I am a lot of times. Alright, so what do we want to be? Let's be an orc. Let's be a thick ass orc. I kind of like his scar thing it's got going on right now. He's got a lot of dirt. Oh, let's clear the dirt off. We'll be nice to him. War paint. Don't like that war paint. Ooh. I like that. Nice red. Scar. I like that one. I don't usually fuck with this shit too much. It's too much garbage. Eye color. What do we got? Interesting. Red. Let's just go with what I had. Red. I actually really like just the way this orc kind of looks. It's also weird for me because I'm talking to kind of no one. Like there's not a lot of people really watching this, and that's okay. I mean, I just started a channel. It's not like a lot of people are gonna be watching it. And I think that's something I struggle with is like the fact that not a lot of people are watching this, and it's like feels like I'm really not talking to anyone. So I'm just like talking to myself, but I talk to myself all the time, so I don't know why I would care. What's the difference between that? Alright, go with this. His name will be Ushag Douchag. Ushag Douchag. It's a long U in there. Ushag Douchag.
You from one of the strongholds, Orc. How did you end up here? Captain, what should we do?
Kill the man.
He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry.
See, and this is why we're fighting the police. Because you don't know what I did. You just sent me to the chopping block.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne.
Ooh, I got a fortune cookie here. Probably stale.
You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
No. Not too stale.
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
You emerge victorious
We commend
from the
your
maze
souls
you've been
to
traveling in.
Arcadius. Blessings of the eight divines.
The maze is the brain.
Shut up and let's get this over with.
Learn as you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials.
I don't know if any of y'all listen to NF. If you haven't, maybe you've heard of him. I don't know. At this point, he's pretty big, I guess. If you haven't, I recommend him. If you don't know who NF is, just literally letters NF. He's a rap artist. If it's not your style, it's fine. He makes great music about mental struggle and stuff. If you're in a dark place, you might feel it a lot. When I was in a dark place, I definitely felt it, but I still feel it, and I'm not in a dark place anymore, which is interesting. I just understand. I empathize with my old self. I empathize with people who are there because I know what it's like.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries.
And I think we forget that it's okay to be human a lot in life. I think we forget that depression and anxiety really aren't that abnormal. I mean, think about how many people you know that have depression and anxiety, and then try to think about how many people you know that don't have it. Very like, actually, you don't know anyone who doesn't have anxiety. Everyone has anxiety. If someone tries to tell you they don't have anxiety or tries to fake it, or if you think like, you know, someone, oh, this person doesn't have anxiety, they have anxiety. Everyone has anxiety. You're born with anxiety. It's something that you just get. Like, it happens. Like, maybe there's some psychopath, or psychopaths might not feel it, but people like, the only time you don't have something like anxiety or depression or experience it is when you can't experience probably emotion at all. Like, you're probably a psychopath. You're probably born without that low functioning frontal core. I think that's what it is. And that's it. Everyone goes through depression and anxiety. I think we, as a society, have very much developed this idea of like, oh, I have depression and anxiety, that's why I can't do this thing or whatever else. And I understand, like, everyone copes with everyone different levels. Everyone has different situations, different traumas, different things. And I'm not going to say this advice is going to work for everyone, but what I will say is that I've gone through a period of my life where I was in a really, really, really bad place. I hurt myself. I did some things. And how I ended up getting out was accepting the fact that it's okay to be in such a shitty place, and it feels like it's not. It really sucks, man. And like, I'm trying to fight back tears and stuff so I can sound normal, but it really sucks, and you're gonna feel like it's not okay, because in reality you're not okay. You are not okay, but it is okay to be not okay. It is okay to be in a bad spot. You're not failing. You're not worthless. You're not whatever other thoughts are coming through your mind. And you really have to look inside yourself and discover and confront the emotions that you're feeling. Confront why you're feeling it. Confront it. It's scary and it's hard, but that's how you work through it. And I was trying to talk to about this with my friend and my girlfriend, and although they know I'm right, people like just don't want to talk about it. People don't want to talk about the hard things, and it's because they're hard, and it's okay to, you know, have trouble talking about it and stuff like that. But the reality is, you gotta talk about it with, like, you can get a therapist or whatever, but you have to talk about it with yourself. And therapists help. Don't get me wrong. Like, therapists are good reflections, are good people to help you reflect on yourself. A therapist should not be really doing anything else besides helping you reflect on yourself. They are there to professionally guide you into healthy ways and hopefully help you, but they're very well aware that, you know, you're probably going to ghost them, you're probably going to disappear, you're probably going to go through withdrawals, you're probably going through relapses, you're probably going to not listen to them, not listen to their advice, they're well aware of that. Because if you think you're the only one doing it to them, you're not. Probably almost every single one of their clients are. And do I want to be one-handed or two-handed?
Let me see if I can get that door open.
I think that's important. I'm gonna be two-handed. I think that's important. I think it's important to. I keep losing my train of thought. I have concussions and ADD, and it's a rough mix. I think it's important to understand that it's okay, and it's important to really talk to yourself and tell yourself that's okay, even when you know it's not okay, or even when you know you're not okay. I should say. You need to look inside yourself and be like, it's okay. And even if you don't believe it, just keep telling yourself that. I literally broke down so many times in mirrors or in the shower, and just cried and cried and cried, and then just kept telling myself it's okay to feel this way. It's okay to feel this way. It's not just telling you the situation's okay, because the situation's obviously not okay. Like, you're never going to convince yourself the situation's okay, because it's not true. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Like, you have to tell yourself that it's okay to feel like something's wrong. It's okay to not think that it's okay. And it's really hard. And I'm not going to pretend like it's easy, because it's very easy to say. But it's not. And this is not what I intended to get on, but I'm kind of happy in a sense that I'm talking about this, because I'm not who I was. I'm not who I was those years ago. I went through a really rough relationship. I'm not going to get too much into it, because it's not all her fault. I did a lot of things I shouldn't have done. Oh, I just killed the wrong people. I wasn't paying attention. Oopsie. I did a lot of things I shouldn't have done, and I kind of hated myself for it, but like, kind of glad at the same time I did it, because now she's gone. We were just so terrible for each other. I was pretty emotionally abused, and I kind of did it back to her because of that, and I should have just broken up with her. And it wasn't right. And none of it at all was right. And after that relationship ended, I was just in such a bad place, and I was already not in a good place. It's not just a relationship. I was already not really in a good place. I was kind of stressed. It was a lot building up to it over time. I was hiding my emotions and everything, and it just, a lot added up. Yeah, I hurt myself. I tried to kill myself. At that time period, I wasn't good. And I've accepted those times, and I'm still working on fully forgiving myself. I've definitely made a lot of progress. I'm not mad at myself anymore for it. It's just sad. It's just hard to talk about still. And maybe it will never be easy to talk about. Sometimes I try to play it off like it's not a big deal, or, like it happened. In reality, it did happen. And for everyone out there who's going through that, I just you got to know you're not alone. So many people have gone through the same thing. It's probably so many people you don't even know. One of my friends, where'd that guy's body go? One of my friends came up to me. Not came up. We were talking for a while, but one of my friends, when we were talking, had told me about how in 8th grade, basically one of the biggest things that helped them not kill themselves was me, and I was so I cried that night. Like I literally broke down in tears because I didn't know what he was going through, and it's not necessarily my fault. I mean, he didn't tell me or whatever till now, but he was going through all that, and I didn't know, but I still helped him. But I felt guilty still at the same time, and it was a really weird feeling, and I don't understand it, and I think part of it was because I was going through the same thing at the time. Maybe not quite to the extent he was. Actually, no, I probably was. I think I try to downplay my own issues a lot. I feel like a lot of people have had it worse, which I know a lot of people have had it worse, but a lot of people, even people who've been through the same thing as me, I feel like they've had it worse. Just because, in reality, I'm very lucky in life. I've had a lot of luck in my life. But it still sucks. That shit that happens still sucks. It's still rough. And for anyone out there who's going through that, you're not alone. There are so many other people probably around you that have gone through the same thing, and it's gonna suck. And when you try to open up, you're gonna keep looping around and saying the same things to people, and you're gonna feel like you're annoying them, and you probably will. I mean, it gets kind of annoying when you're trying to help people. At least from my perspective, when you try to help people and they just don't listen to you. And I think there's got to be an understanding between both parties that, like, it's okay that, like, just because I'm getting a little annoyed at you doesn't mean I'm hate you, or I'm gonna stop giving you advice or anything like that. I still want you to come to me. And for the people, like, some people, you just gotta you gotta stop trying to make it all about the advice you're giving, and start making about listening to them. Just listen. Because no matter what advice you give, why is it lagging so bad? No matter what advice you give, the only advice they're going to listen to is the realizations they make themselves. Did Hunterborn fail to start? Interesting. I think I might have glitched that. Whatever. I struggle with ADD / ADHD. It's more like ADHD, and I've been diagnosed with ADD, but I was diagnosed in a time period where I was super depressed, so I wasn't moving a lot, or it seems like I wasn't moving a lot, but it's more like ADHD the more I look at it. Just gonna manually loot him from now. Oh, you know what? I do gotta do one. Actually, no, I don't have to do that because I need food, sleep, and water on right now. I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I think I'm kind of scared to go to a therapist. I'm kind of scared that they might tell me I have OCD, and I kind of know I have OCD. I obsess so much about the past, about certain events. I get so particular about them, and much like all of you, I was there when Dan from Game Grumps had the
Looks like
talk
he's going
on
for big this time. But I don't think we should say
that episode of Wind Waker, and I, maybe like some of you, I broke down crying after that episode because I realized that I wasn't crazy, or I that there's something that exists, and it was really weird. But I still didn't get help. Don't know why. I need to get help for myself, because as much as I'm able to combat my own feelings, I can only do so much, and there's only so much I can realize, and it takes more time. And it'd probably be better if I talked to someone who actually, like, you know, was professional. Man, this is not how I saw the first episode of Skyrim playthrough going. It's all downhill. It's all downhill from here, folks. This is the most entertaining it gets. Treasure map. Bye. I cannot carry anymore. There will be wolf skins, though. Oh, you know what I can do? Stamina up. And we will improve my smithing. I don't know how to dig it out of this hole. Yeah. The reality is, a lot of people struggle with depression, anxiety, and I promise you guys aren't alone. And I'm kind of annoyed that society has made it almost a reward to have mental illness. Like, to say you have mental illness, like, people like say it like it's a reward, and it's not a reward. It's grueling. It's tough, and we all have it. There's no, in my very few years of life, I'm 22 years old, about to be 23 in a month. There's there's no reward. There's no reward. It's just a struggle. And I hope there's someone out there who gets something out of this. I live my whole life just trying to help one person at a time. And I know I've helped people. My friend literally told me he didn't kill himself because of me. I've had friends who have not the best family think of me like family. And I know I've helped people. And when I look back at my life, I wouldn't change a single thing. Because I am exactly who I am because of now. And I'm so fucking proud of myself.
things look quiet. Come on, there's my uncle.
And that's a really emotional thing for me to say because I've never been proud of myself for anything.
Uncle Halvor, hello.
What are you doing?
And to feel pride for myself now.
Shores, bones. What happened to you, boy? Are you in some
Uncle,
kind of
please,
trouble?
keep your
It
voice
feels
down.
good.
I'm fine.
It feels
Just
really
go
good.
inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
We're gonna end the episode here. Hope you guys see you guys next time.